Hello friends, welcome to TechYa. In this tutorial, we'll see about software testing lifecycle. Let's begin. What is software testing lifecycle? The procedure of software testing is also known as STLC, software testing lifecycle, which includes phases of the testing process. The testing process is executed in a well-planned and systematic manner. All activities are done to improve the quality of the software product. Even though testing differs between organization to organization, there is a testing life cycle. So this is about what is software testing life cycle. Let's begin the different phases of software testing life cycle. First one is requirement analysis. What we'll do in requirement analysis, before starting each and every phases of software testing life cycle, we'll see every phase of STLC has a defined entry and exit criteria. So let's begin. Entry criteria for requirement analysis phase is BRS, Business Requirement Specification document. During this phase, test team studies and analyze the requirements from a testing perspective. This phase helps to identify whether the requirements are testable or not. If any requirement is not testable, test team can communicate with various stakeholders, client, business analyst, technical lead, system architects, etc. during this phase, so that the mitigation strategy can be planned. So in requirement analysis, entry criteria is BRS, Business Requirement Specification, and deliverables is like list of all testable requirements, automation feasibility report if applicable. Next one is test plan creation. Test planning is the first step of the testing process. In this phase, typically test manager test team involves determining the effort and cost estimates for the entire project. Preparation of test plan will be done based on the requirement analysis activities like resources planning, determining roles and responsibilities, tool selections, if automation, training requirements, etc. carried out in this phase. The deliverables of this phase are test plan and effort estimation document. So overall, the entry criteria of this phase is requirement document, and deliverables is test strategy, test plan, test efforts estimation document. Next one is test design. Test team starts with the test cases development activity. Here in this phase, test team prepares test cases, test script, if automation, and test data. Once the test cases are ready, then these test cases are reviewed by peer members over our team lead. Also, test team prepares the requirement traceability matrix RTM. RTM traces the requirements to the test cases that are needed to verify whether the requirements are fulfilled or not. The deliverables of this phase are test cases, test script, test data, requirement traceability matrix. So we'll learn about each and every fields like test cases, test script, test data, requirement traceability matrix in my coming tutorial. Now the entry criteria of test design is requirement document, like updated version of unclear or missing requirement. Deliverables is test cases, test scripts, if automation, and test data. Next one is test environment setup. This phase can be started in parallel with test design phase. Test environment setup is done based on the hardware and software requirement list. Some cases, test team may not be involved in this phase. Development team or customer provide a test environment. Meanwhile, test team should prepare the smoke test cases to check the readiness of the given test environment. So the entry criteria of this phase is test plan, smoke test cases, test data. Deliverables is test environment, smoke test results. Next one is test execution. In this software testing life cycle, test team start executing the test cases based on the planned test cases. If test case result is pass and fail, then the same should be updated in the test cases. Defect report should be prepared for failed test cases and should be reported to the development team through bug tracking tool, example quality center. for fixing the defects. Retesting will be performed once the defect was fixed. So this is all about test execution. So entry criteria of a test execution is test plan document, test cases, test data, test environment. Deliverables is test case execution report, defect report, RTM. Next and final phase of software testing lifecycle is test closure. The final stage where we prepare test closure report, test matrix. Testing team will be called out for a meeting to evaluate cycle completion criteria based on test coverage, quality time, cost, software, business objective, test team analysis, the test artifacts such as test cases, defect reports, etc. to identify strategy that have to be implemented in future, which will help to remove process bottlenecks in the upcoming projects. Test matrix and test closure report will be prepared based on the above criteria. So the entry criteria of test closure phase is test case execution report. Make sure there are no high severity defects open. Defect report. Deliverables is test closure report and test matrix. So this is all about software testing life cycle. If you have any query related to software testing life cycle and its phases, kindly comment. Thank you.